Types of buildings. The government has categorized various types of buildings on the basis of different criteria depending on their usage, design and height, safety standards, and other factors as follows. Types of buildings: residential buildings, educational buildings, institutional buildings, assembly buildings, business buildings, mercantile buildings, industrial buildings, storage buildings, uh, wholesale establishments, mixed land use buildings, hazardous buildings, multi-story or high buildings. Residential buildings. They are buildings which are used for normal residential purposes and should facilitate activities such as sleeping, living, and cooking. The building must include one or more family residences, apartments, flats, and private garages. Training buildings. They are buildings that host educational institutions such as schools or colleges affiliated with and recognized by the relevant board, university, or any similar affiliated body. The building should facilitate the unification or educational and recreational activities related to educational goals. Institutional buildings. These types of buildings consist of buildings that are built by government, parastatals, or registered trusts for specific purposes. These specific goals include medical treatment goals such as the treatment of physical or mental illness, children's hospitals, nursing homes. Assembly buildings. They are defined as buildings or parts of them that house public assemblies intended for entertainment, recreation, public, religious, patriotic, civil, tourist, or other similar purposes. Buildings such as cinemas, drama theaters, revels, assembly halls. Building business. If a building or part of it is primarily used for business accounting, bookkeeping, accounting, or other types of records, it can be classified as a business building. Trading buildings. Such buildings should also have office, warehouse, and service premises necessary for business, which should be located in the same building. Industrial building. These include production units, assembly plants, factories, plants, power plants, oil refineries, gas plants, dairies, laboratories. Warehouses. They include a building such as warehouses, cold storage, grain storage units, barns, stables, cargo depot, transit shed, hangars, truck terminals, public garages. Multi-story buildings. All buildings consisting of more than 4 floors and or buildings with a height of more than 50 meters without a pill. or 70 meters above the average level of the front road were classified as high-rise buildings. Wholesale establishments that have the necessary storage facilities or warehouses and facilities that provide trucking services and or fleet booking services. Mixed land use buildings. They are buildings that are used both for residential purposes and for non-residential activities. Thank you for attention.